Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this Turkish Trileçe. This is the Turkish version of a tres leches cake. It is made with a spongy sponge cake that is soaked with a delicious 3 milk syrup topped with a fluffy whipped cream and finally the signature caramel sauce that the Turkish people do, and they make it so good. It is delicious, decadent, and just melts in your mouth. It's also very simple to make, and just as promised, it is made without evaporated milk. This is a remake of one of my very old recipes, which was very long ago. I have upgraded this and made it a whole lot better. The first thing that we're going to be doing is making the sponge cake base. It's very simple, and I have made a few changes to the sponge cake so that it absorbs the maximum amount of milk. You're going to start off by separating 4 eggs that are at room temperature. Now, cold eggs are easier to separate, so you can separate them while they're cold and let them come down to room temperature. You can use the eggshell method where you just go swapping between the 2 eggshells, but as you can see, I did almost break the first one doing that, so using your hands is just much easier because our hands are soft, so we're not going to break the egg yolks. We're going to set the egg yolks aside and put your egg whites in a large bowl like this. Into that goes a half a teaspoon of vinegar or lemon juice. This is going to help stabilize the meringue or the whipped egg whites. Start beating using an electric hand or stand mixer on medium-high speed while gradually adding 50 grams of granulated sugar. Then you're going to keep whipping this until stiff peaks form. This process takes about 4 to 5 minutes depending on the speed of your mixer. Sometimes it does take a very long time. As you can see, that was not stiff peaks. It's very liquidy, so we're going to keep going until the mixture looks something like this. As you can see, the peaks are holding their shape. We're going to set this aside, and now back to the egg yolks. Into this, we're going to add 100 grams of granulated sugar and beat that using the electric mixer until it's pale and fluffy like this. You don't need to clean your mixer in between this because we're already done whipping the egg whites, so that's not a problem. Next, we're going to add in 4 tablespoons of whole milk along with some vanilla extract. Now, in my old recipe, I also added oil in this. I have removed it because this makes the cake drier, which makes it soak even more liquid. Then goes in the dry ingredients, and then you're going to mix that until it is fully incorporated. This egg yolk mixture is going to be a little bit thick, but don't worry, that's normal. Once your mixture is fully combined, get rid of your beaters because the rest of the steps are going to be done using a spatula. Bring back your whipped egg whites, and now we're going to add 1/3 of this into our egg yolk mixture. Use your spatula to fold it in together like this. For this first fold, it's okay to be a little bit rough because it is a little bit thick at this point, but after this, you have to be very gentle when folding. Now we're going to pour all of this egg yolk mixture back into the egg whites. Why we do this is so the egg yolk mixture can become a little bit runnier, which will make it easier for us to fold into the egg whites. If we added the thick mixture directly into the egg whites, we would lose a lot of air trying to fold that in. Once your mixture looks beautiful like this, it is ready to go. We're going to prepare the tin. I have here a 10-inch square baking pan, and I'm going to use some butter to grease just the bottom of the pan. This is very important. You don't want to grease the sides because we want the cake to stick to the sides. This is going to prevent the sponge cake from deflating as it cools down after baking. Spread out the batter evenly using a spatula, and then we're going to bake this for around 25 minutes at 160 degrees Celsius. Now it's time to make the milk mixture. In a large jug or something that will make it easy for you to pour the milk out of, you're going to combine together the 3 milks. I'm using whole milk, heavy cream, and condensed milk. In my old recipe, I used just whole milk and condensed milk. This made the milk mixture a little bit runny. It wasn't as creamy and thick. Adding a little bit of heavy cream really elevates the flavor and gives you that delicious creaminess without using evaporated milk. Now, if you don't have heavy cream, don't worry. You could still do this with just milk and condensed milk. You're going to set that aside for the time being, and immediately after the cake comes out of the oven, drop it from a height of 10 centimeters and then set that aside to cool down completely. Once the cake is fully cooled, we're going to go ahead and not poke holes in it, because I definitely did not forget a crucial step, which is to release the cake from the sides of the pan. And then what you're going to do is use your fingers to just peel off this top golden layer. This is like the caramelized layer that has an eggy taste, so I like to get rid of it. It also helps the milk soak into the cake better. You can just peel it off and it comes off very easily, just like this. It's actually so satisfying to peel this stuff off. It's so much fun. Next, you're going to use a fork or a skewer to poke holes all over the cake. Now pour all of the milk mixture into the cake. It's going to look like a lot, but don't worry, the sponge cake is going to soak it up in minutes. And if you want some extra milk to serve with, like if you're going to be serving your cake in a bowl and you want to add some more milk, then you can add 3 cups of milk instead of 2.5 cups, and then save a little bit to serve. You're going to set that in the refrigerator for around an hour. While that's chilling, let's make the whipped cream topping. I'm going to be using this powdered whipped cream. It's called Chantilly cream, and basically you're supposed to add cold milk and whip it up, but the whipped cream can also be made in the traditional way using heavy whipping cream and some powdered sugar. The instructions and quantities will all be available in the written recipe, and you can find a link to that in the description box below. Essentially, if you're going to be using heavy whipping cream, you're just going to use cold heavy whipping cream with some powdered sugar and beat it up until stiff peaks form. Add all of the whipped cream frosting on top of your cake that's nice and chilled, and it should have all the milk soaked up into the cake. Use an offset spatula or the back of a spoon or even a butter knife to spread that out as evenly as you can. Pop that in the refrigerator for around 15 minutes, just so that when we add on the salted caramel frosting, it does not mix into the cream. Now for the main part, the star of the show, the caramel topping. I'm going to be using my homemade caramel sauce. I will leave a link to the recipe in the description box below, and it's so simple to make. It requires like a handful of ingredients, and you can make it like a week in advance as well. You're going to take your solid caramel sauce and pour it all over the cake. You do want to be generous with this, because if you don't, then when you go to spread it out, it's going to mix with your cream. You could also use store-bought caramel sauce if you'd like. Use an offset spatula to spread that out as neatly as you can, trying to avoid mixing it into the cream layer. And now at this point, your Turkish Leches or Trileçe is ready to go. But to make it look just like they do in Turkey, what you're going to do is add some whipped cream into a Ziploc bag and make these lines all over your cake, and then use a toothpick or skewer to pull it across in the opposite directions. It's very simple to do, but makes the cake look so pretty. If I was to do this again, I would definitely make my lines a little bit thinner. I think I cut the tip off the Ziploc bag a little bit too thick this time. Ideally, you would want to chill the cake for another 1 to 2 hours before serving, so that the salted caramel sauce will set and everything will be nice and neat when you cut into it. I did not have time when I was filming this, so I did cut into it right after I added on the sauce, which is why it kind of smothered everywhere on my knife. But that's it, your Turkish tres leches or Trileçe is ready to go. Look at that beautiful slice. This dessert is perfect for parties and get-togethers, and since it's Ramadan, it's perfect for iftar. It's light and fluffy while still being so rich and creamy at the same time. This is the only cake that does that, being creamy and light at the same time. It's crazy. And the salted caramel sauce on top works so well with that fluffy cake. The detailed recipe again is available on my website, thefoodflamingo.com, and you can find a link to that in the description box below. Like the video if you've liked it, and comment down below if you've tried this recipe or if there's anything else you would like me to make. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.